Brace yourself, the finale for Westworld Season 3 is coming, and with it, I have some crazy predictions, which will probably all turn out to be wrong, but talking about your predictions and talking about a show is half the fun. The other half is you guys then writing what your predictions are, or why you think my prediction is wrong, and what will actually happen. So, after this entire video, whether you watch it or not, I guess you could just go in the comment section right now, write your predictions for the finale of Westworld Season 3. I'm so intrigued, I'm so excited to see what happens. And then maybe devastated afterwards. So join me for a live chat after the finale as well, like 15-20 minutes after, because I might have a meltdown again. Okay, so I just want to go right into it. I want to talk about my crazy predictions for the finale of Westworld Season 3. Number 1, it is revealed that the mirror world does exist and that we've been seeing it throughout this season. So we know Dolores was talking to Caleb saying there's a mirror world that Sarek created so he could predict what was going to happen in the real world. Rehoboam was doing that. And we saw at least one scene of that mirror world. If you go back and look at the 2 different videos of Hale saying goodbye to her child during the massacre at the park, they're very different. So one is showing the mirror world what it predicted, and the other one is what exactly happened. My guess is, in this finale, we're going to see that there were a few scenes that were actually the mirror world and predictions, and not exactly what happened. That being said, I know a lot of you guys have been writing in my comment section that you think this entire season has been a simulation. I just want to say, I respect your theory, but if it turns out this entire season was a simulation, I'm gonna lose my shit and rage out. I think that would be such a lazy ending, and I'm crossing my fingers it's not true. So just so you know, live chat after the finale, if it turns out this is all a simulation, you can watch me just having a freak out. Okay, next prediction is that we get a reveal that Dolores Prime, or the main Dolores, is the one in Berlin. So we know there are multiple Doloreses, Dolori, I don't know what we're going with, for her created. The only one we haven't seen is the one stationed in Berlin, and I have that feeling inside my soul so deep, I was thinking of the song as I was saying that Dolores Prime, the main one, is in Berlin. We've noticed that Dolores is willing to sacrifice all the other Dolori, and it seemed like the one at Solomon's base was willing to sacrifice herself as well. I think what's going to happen is, if that Dolores stays dead from the EMP, or maybe it comes back online and says, hey, I'm not the Prime one, it's okay that I die, leave me here, go find the Prime one in Berlin. I mean, really, are they gonna talk about all these different Doloreses and then not show us the one stationed in Berlin? I don't think they'll end season 3 without at least doing a one scene at least to Berlin Dolores. Number 3, Maeve and Dolores fight again, which is obvious if you've seen the preview for the finale. We know that Maeve and Dolores meet up again. However, I don't think this is the Dolores and Maeve that fought against each other in the last episode. I think this is Berlin Dolores against Maeve, and I'm kind of hoping it ends in a draw again, even though I know some of you really want Maeve to die because you're not liking where her story is going. Also, I hope during this battle that Clementine and friends show up as well. Although, speaking of showing up again, I am crossing my fingers that Ford shows up again for a cameo in this finale. Anthony Hopkins has been the delight, the spotlight of this series. No offense to any of the other characters, actors, actresses, they're all wonderful. But Ford, his character, has just, it added so much depth to this show. To just see him again in the finale would just delight my heart. What's left of it. Also, I'm just throwing this out there, so you know how Musashi, Mu, Loris had all the white milky goo to create host bodies, and we know Clementine and friends came and they ended up killing him, taking his pearl. We also know how Loris has turned against the Dolores we've been following. I kind of wonder if Clementine and friends is going to create a host army to battle Dolores. I could see that happening. We have to do something with it, right? Host army. Host army. I'm like setting my expectations way up here, and it's just gonna crash and burn. I know. Next, it's revealed that Bernard is actually the one that has the key to the Valley Beyond. There has to be a reason why the other Doloreses have said, you're irreplaceable. We need you. You have to stay alive. I can die. You can't. There has to be something more important about Bernard, and I know I have harped on this in my reviews of the other episodes, but can we do something with Bernard this season? We have to have some sort of big thing about Bernard in the finale, and I'm hoping it's that not only does he have the key to the Valley Beyond, so Dolores is like, I could die and our people will still be safe in that world, but Bernard also is going to lead the hosts in whatever new world happens. Also, I just want to throw this out here. If Stubbs dies in the finale, I'm gonna cry a whole bunch. Just a whole bunch. Please don't kill Stubbs. I've loved him so much this season in ways that I've never loved him before. I feel like Sorak has to die in this finale, and if he doesn't die, since we know that Westworld has been renewed for a 4th season, he has to be the primary villain in it, right? Well, I say villain, but I don't necessarily think he's completely the villain. Again, bad guy mustache if you've seen my reviews, but I feel like he's probably going to die in this finale, and Maeve's going to be the one to do it because she's the one he's enslaved. And I've said that since episode 2, I believe, of this season. Maeve is going to kill him. You don't fuck over Maeve like that. You don't control her and tell her what to do. She'll have her vengeance. So if Sorak dies in the finale, I have to believe it's Maeve that does it. And if he lives, he's gonna be a villain in season 4. Which actually brings me to my last prediction I want to talk about. I think season 3 ends in anarchy for Earth and humans. So Dolores uses Caleb. He is an outlier. He sparks this revolution. Just everything is chaos. Order is disrupted. And that's how we end season 3. And in season 4, we see all the chaos that is going on and the new world that is formed. Hopefully a world where humans and hosts can live together. Or where they start creating a host-human hybrid species that can live. I also have a feeling, and this is where I get a little bit crazier, that Caleb will die at the end of the episode by jumping from the bridge into the water, which is something they've gone back to so many different times. And I understand there can be different interpretations to going back to him jumping into the water or sitting there like he's going to. I just have a feeling that Solomon was trying to warn him, if you spark this revolution, if you do your part, there's nowhere in this world for you. And in the end, you will end up taking your own life because of it. And this might just be my crazy thinking. I just have this feeling Dolores is the type of person that has these ideas of, I think everyone should be free and everyone should be able to make their own choices and I'm going to set them free, and she doesn't care about the anarchy that follows. She just believes, well, wouldn't people rather live in that world where they have freedom to choose in chaos to make their own path than the alternative where their path is decided for them? And a lot of people are going to die. So, okay, those are my crazy predictions. I'd love to hear yours. I'm so excited. Tomorrow is the finale of season 3, and unfortunately season 4 is probably 16 to 18 to 24 months off because the showrunner said it takes a long time to make a season. So we're not going to see season 4 in 2021. It's going to be 2022 or later. So major bummer. But, you know, at least there's other great things going on right now. Like, Oh, God.